Regarding the disarm of Hamas, I think we have to understand very well that the arm of Hamas is a legitimate and legal weapons which used all the time against occupation. It is not a terrorist weapon.
But are you willing to disarm if it is in the context of a process towards building a Palestinian state?
If there is a Palestinian state, we'll be part. We will be engaged. We will be
the entire world, with all due respect, sir, the entire world is saying they want no role for Hamas in post-war governance of Gaza.
A very rare interview with one of the Hamas leaders. Unfortunately, the attack in Qatar that Israel was hoping to have accomplished its goal by eliminating all the Hamas leaders may have not successfully reached all of the leaders. We're not sure. But let's listen to this interview. This is the first time that I've seen an interview with such questions straight to the point. And let's listen to the answers and then we'll draw your own conclusions. We'll discuss it afterwards. Kindly subscribe to our channel so a little bit of light will push away a lot of darkness.
This latest American proposal calls for you to release all the hostages, living and dead, in exchange for thousands of Palestinian prisoners, an immediate ceasefire, and the start of negotiations to end the war. Why not take that deal?
Look, I think we have to now reach a comprehensive deal. We want to finish the war.
I know, but I'm asking you about the specific American proposal, if you could answer.
We first of all, we insisted to go to the comprehensive deal, to retain all the hostages, either alive or dead. And we said frankly, we can return them in 24 hours. But Israel, they refused. You know, the main...
Well, they have conditions for ending the war. Their conditions are Israel's conditions for ending the war. They want Hamas to be out of power, and they want Hamas to disarm. Are you willing to abandon power in Gaza and lay down your weapons?
Look, first, for the power in Gaza, the authority in Gaza, we have an agreement with all Palestinian factions and even with the Egyptians. And I think that the Egyptians, they play a good role and send this proposal to different countries and even approved by the Arabic League that, okay, we can have a technocrat, we have kind of neutral and professional committee for ruling Gaza. Okay, we finish it. Regarding the disarm of Hamas, I think we have to understand very well that the arm of Hamas is a legitimate and legal weapons which used all the time against occupation. It is not a terrorist weapon.
But are you willing to disarm if it is in the context of a process towards building a Palestinian state?
If there is a Palestinian state, we'll be part. We will be engaged. We will be
the entire world, with all due respect, sir, the entire world is saying they want no role for Hamas in post-war governance of Gaza.
Look.
Do you disagree with that?
We agree. Yeah, no. We agree for a neutral committee to rule Gaza. We have no problem.
Right. So, and as part of that, Hamas will play no part, according to the Arab League, according to President Abbas, according to the United States, according to France.
Let me also to explain that this is a Palestinian issue. That some external powers, they want to impose something against our interest. Hamas is part of the Palestinian fabric. You could not exclude Hamas. But as I said again and again, regarding the ruling of Gaza, we are ready to be out of the ruling of Gaza. We have no problem with this.
Hamas recently announced that Israeli hostages have been spread out throughout Gaza City ahead of and amid now this planned Israeli invasion of Gaza City. Is your intention to use those Israeli hostages as human shields?
No, we never use these people as shields. No, we never use them. All the time we explain that we as Hamas, we use these people or we deal with people according to the Islamic principles and according to the Islamic values.
But it was quite clear in the statement from the Al-Qassam brigades, which
I think this is a false accusation against all.
This is a statement from the Al-Qassam brigades, Hamas's military wing. They said that in order to deter this Israeli military invasion, they are placing Israeli hostages strategically.
The hostages are spread everywhere.
But they are placing them around Gaza City and saying that if they die, it will be on Netanyahu's hands, correct?
There is a big dilemma in this also. Israel now is going and now is doing to destroy Gaza, to destroy everywhere, to kill people everywhere. Yeah, you know, in Gaza now, they're killing this morning, more than 84 people. Yesterday, about 109 people were killed. In the last months, more than 3,000
I understand.
people.
And when I speak with, and when I, sir, when
how
I,
can you,
with all due
how
respect,
can you stop this?
With all due respect, when I
stop?
speak with Israeli officials, I press them on all of these questions. I'm speaking with you right now, and I'm asking about Hamas's role. And Hamas just announced that it is holding these Israeli hostages in strategic locations around Gaza City, moving them above ground, while Israel is carrying out an invasion. Is the intention, hang on, is the intention to use these hostages as a human shield?
Israel should stop targeting the civilian, should stop targeting or to collapse the towers, or to destroy the towers everywhere. Now you know they sent some technology to destroy all homes in Gaza, all towers in Gaza. What do you want to do after that? What Israel is doing now, as I said, they want to demolish the whole Gaza, to destroy every hospital, mosques, schools, even churches, everywhere. How can you stop this madness in Gaza? How can you stop these atrocities in Gaza?
It has been nearly 2 years now since your organization, Hamas, carried out the October 7th attack, killing nearly 1,200 people, most of them civilians. It unleashed the deadliest Israeli military response that Gaza has ever seen. More than 65,000 people have been killed in Gaza, tens of thousands more injured. Gaza has been decimated. Do you accept any responsibility for triggering so much death and destruction?
Look, to me, this is a big story. Now, the history did not begin on October 7. We spent 78 years under the occupation, under the humiliation, under oppression, under repression, under killing, under displacement. Now, why a war just focus on October 7? What before October 7 is a result for the October 7.
I understand what you are saying, that there is history that happened before October 7th. But before October 7th, Israel had never unleashed this level of death and destruction on Gaza before. How can you look at me with a straight face and tell me that you accept no responsibility whatsoever for what has happened in the 2 years since?
What is the option is left for the Palestinians to do? Yeah, and we waited for.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, sir, with all due respect, I'm asking you whether you accept any responsibility for the death and destruction that has followed since October 7th in Gaza.
This is the first time that Palestinians have shown sacrifice in this Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Since 1948 till now, 100,000 people were killed, 100,000 Palestinians were arrested.
But what gives you the right to decide that Palestinian women and children should be sacrificed on the altar of your resistance?
No, all the time we are sacrificing. We are fighting, not Hamas, Fatah and People Front, Democratic Front.
But I am asking you about the civilian deaths in Gaza, and what gives you the right to decide it's a price worth paying. That child can die. It's okay. Because it's in order to fulfill our resistance.
As Hamas, we are fighting for the interests of the people. We don't want our people to be killed. We don't want our people to suffer more and more. I think now, look, you know what is the benefit of October 7 now? Now, when the award now, if you look to the General Assembly yesterday, when about 194 people opened their eyes and looked to the atrocity, to brutality of Israel, and all of them, they condemned Israel. We waited for this moment for 77 years in order to open their eyes, to say that there is occupation, there is suffering of the Palestinian people, and we should end this occupation. I think this is a golden moment for the world to change the history. I think that now the world is a change. The history is a change now.
Sir, you were just saying that as a result of October 7th, you are seeing millions of people marching in the streets, you are seeing countries recognize Palestine as a state, you are seeing legitimacy for your people. And I am asking you whether the price that Palestinian people have paid so far was worth it.
I know the price is so high, but I'm asking again, what is the option?
It's worth
what is the option left to the Palestinians? You know what? We waited for a peaceful process, for a peaceful means since 1993, since Oslo Agreement, till now, but I think we got a big zero.
Let me show you the words of your people. Okay, these are people in Gaza, and I want you to hear, because your own people in Gaza say that you do have responsibility for the situation there. I'd like to show you this.
رسالتنا لحماس أنه كفى مقامرة ومغامرة بنا كفاكم يعني
I
أنتم
know.
منفصلون عن الواقع.
Please watch.
I have
Please
seen- I
watch.
have seen
This is not it. There's more.
I have seen this video.
Sir,
Yes.
there is
yes.
more.
I have seen this video.
I would like you to. There are three people here. I would like you to hear their
I
voices.
know people are suffering. There are some people blame Hamas.
Why will you not listen to the voices of Palestinian people in Gaza?
Look. I know. This is not the whole story. I know because this is because of the Israeli crimes in the Gaza Strip.
It seems that sir, it seems that you don't want to hear the voices of people in Gaza who disagree with Hamas or who want to see Hamas removed from power.
Hamas, but now,
why won't you listen to their voices?
All the world, listen to me. All the world said yesterday in the General Assembly that October 7 is not a justification for Israel to commit genocide, to kill civilians.
But I'm asking you to respond to what these people are saying. These people who want Hamas to surrender, lay down its weapons, and leave the Gaza Strip.
I think
what do you say to them?
No one asked Hamas to surrender. We will never surrender. We will never
Some of these people are asking Hamas to lay down their weapons and leave Gaza.
These people under abnormal circumstances. When we put him under target and killing and massacre, what do you expect for people to say?
But many people would say, if you look at history, if you look at wars that have been fought, where overwhelming military force has been brought to bear, where tens of thousands of civilians have been killed, that you, as the adversary of Israel in this case, that you have a responsibility to do your part to end the suffering. And that would be to lay down your weapons.
We are working to end the suffering of people. Hamas was launched in 1987. All the time you are working for our people, not in October 7. Before that, all the time we are fighting and doing for the interest of our people. Now, the reaction of the occupation in brutality, in killing and massacre, you put this responsibility in the shoulder of Hamas?
I'm not putting all of the responsibility on the shoulders of Hamas. I'm asking you whether you have any responsibility in this regard.
We are responsible to save our people, to protect our people, to do anything.
Top Israeli officials say that Israelis cannot be safe unless Hamas is destroyed, right? That's their perspective. That if Hamas is allowed to continue to exist, that you will carry out October 7th style attacks again and again as long as you remain armed. Are they wrong?
We want to end the occupation.
Are they wrong?
We want to end the occupation. Who is the danger in this Israel? It's not Hamas. Hamas never, for example, acting against Egypt or Qatar or Saudi or American or British. I think we are against the occupation. That Hamas is a part of the Palestinian society, fighting for the Palestinian society, fighting for the Palestinian cause.
And so it sounds like you are saying what you said
don't put the problem on the shoulder of Hamas. No, I think
again, sir, when I speak with Israeli officials, I press them about what they are doing in Gaza. When I'm speaking with Hamas officials, I press them for your responsibility. And in the weeks after October 7th, you said we will do this again and again and again. There will be a second, a third, a fourth attack. With rhetoric like that, why should Israelis accept to live alongside an organization like Hamas?
Before October 7, do you know that there is a siege on Gaza for 17 years?
I'm very aware.
Do you know that before October 7, that in the West Bank they're expanding settlements and building settlements, taking our lands, putting what's called gates in every Palestinian towns? So I think that October 7 is not a justification to do that, to kill and to commit massacres against the Palestinians.
My final question to you. How does this war end?
I think it is easy. I think Mr. Trump and the world could ask the Netanyahu in order to stop the war, to stop the genocide in Gaza.
Do you have any confidence that he will do that?
I don't know. I think we tested them many times, but I think it is not easy to trust Mr. Trump or to trust the American administration. All the time they put the glasses of Israel.
I don't know about you, but I'm sick to my stomach to listen to this guy. I just have the image of Kfir and Ariel Bibas, the two beautiful redhead babies in the arms of their mother being abducted on October 7, and then learning how they physically choked those kids, those babies, to death. And the whole charade of putting them in coffins, marching through Gaza, thousands of Palestinians cheering, and only to open up the coffins and they're not there. How can we even look at this person? How can we even listen to this person What they have done on October 7, I think the interviewer from CNN was very good. He really put strong questions, couldn't get any real answers, because the truth on the table is that they are not interested in a two-state resolution. They're not interested in any resolution. They just want Israel gone. They want to annihilate Israel. And when asked the questions over and over again, why did you see you're going to repeat October 7 again and again? Who would want to have neighbors like you? Why should you still be in power? No answers to any of those questions. Hamas is evil. Hamas is darkness. It's a death cult. Radical jihadists believing in a caliphate to take over the world. Not only Israel, but the whole West. We need to realize and recognize what's going on in the Middle East. And we need to begin becoming truth seekers and stop listening to the social media and to the propaganda, the myths, the lies that we have been fed throughout this whole war. Israel did not ask for October 7th to happen. Israel did not ask for this to occur, for this war. When it occurred, and 1,200 of its innocent civilians were brutally murdered with the most hideous type of barbarism. The rape, the beheading, burning children in ovens in the presence of the parents, parents being murdered in the presence of the children, doing a mass fire, incinerating groups of people together. I mean, the most hideous of crimes that has been recorded on their own GoPro cams. Think about the music festival where young men and women were just celebrating peace, and how they came and just mowed them down, murdered, killed, taken hostage. And still till today, there are 40 hostages. And what is the world saying? Have you thought about how many times the UN condemned Hamas for taking the hostages and committing October 7? Do you know that the United Nations condemnation of Israel is 173 times compared to the way the UN condemns Syria or Russia, Ukraine? Go through all the countries where atrocities, where Syria gassed its own citizens by the hundreds of thousands. And yet no condemnation from the UN for Hamas, for the atrocities, the barbarism of October 7. I couldn't look at this, man. I just couldn't stomach it. And I hope that you feel the same. And you realize that we're dealing with an evil, dark enemy must be eradicated once and for all. Let's support Israel and appreciate what Israel is going through. In all of Israel's warfare in the last 77 years, I challenge you to find one time when it targeted civilians. Israel has never targeted civilians. We go after terrorists. We go after combatants. We have never ever targeted civilians. Look at the record in the last 77 years, what the Arabs, what Gaza, what the Palestinians, what Hamas have gone after Israel. Whether blowing up buses loads of civilians, whether shooting up bus stops, whether blowing up pizza shops throughout the intifadas, sending missiles indiscriminately to residential neighborhoods, and finally October 7, murdering 1,200. You know that amount? You count 1 to 10, then you count 10 times 10 is 100, then you count that 1,200 times how many people that is. You know, I'm from a family of 10. Let's multiply that. 1,200 human beings, civilians, who have done nothing wrong other than be Jewish and living in Israel. And even there were non-Jews that were taken hostage, that was killed and murdered. Think of that impact. They equated to 40,000 Americans if you equate per capita between both countries. Imagine if America would have had 40,000 people murdered in one day, civilians. What would we have done to our enemy? So I hope this interview brings you some more clarity And we'll help you back off on your anti-Semitic rhetoric and stop calling Israel baby killers, stop calling Israel genocide, stop calling Israel famine. Those are all fabricated lies and myths that doesn't exist. There's no famine in Gaza. There's millions of pounds of food going there all the time. They're very well fed. Look at the videos. The ones who are starving as the hostages in the tunnels, we have seen videos of the emaciated people. We have seen those. There's no genocide. There's absolutely zero credibility to that there's genocide going on. If Israel wanted to do genocide, they could have done it on October 8th. And we need to once and for all stop believing the fake news, the social media, the legacy news, and be honest to yourself and honest to history, to be a true fact finder that Israel is there to defend itself. Israel has the most and the highest morals and ethics, as witnessed by the world, as it executes this very difficult war. Israel could have ended this war October 8th. It could have just done what England did to Berlin in the Blitz. It could have done what America did to Japan or what America did to Afghanistan after 9/11. Israel could have done that, but it hasn't, because it cares more about the citizens of Gaza than Hamas or the Palestinians do. And these are our enemies. There's no other country in the world that goes to war and is responsible in feeding the enemies during war, or providing them with food and electricity and water during wartime. No other country in the world has ever done that. Let the truth be told and let the truth stand. Let's pray, and we hope that this war ends and we turn arms into plowshares and see greater and better times. God bless you. God loves you.